welcome. This is Master Prophet Noel teaching you Fallen Kingdom, Avoiding the Mistakes the Leaders of the Prophetic Are Making, Volume 1 and 2, CD Set. In this course, you will learn that the leaders of the prophetic will experience a massive wave of financial troubles due to the years of financial abuse they've inflicted on their members. We will continue with today's teaching, Fallen Kingdom, Avoiding the Mistakes the Leaders of the Prophetic Are Making, Volume 1 and 2, CD Set. We'll be right back with today's teaching. Secret number 1, Fallen Kingdom. In 2018, I made a prophetic declaration that the leaders of the prophetic have fallen, and the kingdoms they've built with years of hard work have come tumbling down to the ground. The leaders of the prophetic are facing a divine judgment due to the prophetic abuse they've inflicted on their members and the many mistakes they make in running their prophetic ministry. There is a massive wave of change all prophetic ministries are facing that will require them to make better choices in the way they run their ministry. The leaders of the prophetic are scrambling to create new protocols, new church bylaws, that will help build the trust of their members and convince them to stay in the church and financially support their organization. It is important that the leaders of the prophetic change the way they run their ministry and reconsider the way they treat their members. Church prophets worldwide will begin to fall and stumble and lose their kingdoms due to the money greed they have in their heart, the pride of material possessions they brag about, and the lust of the flesh to engage sexually with church members they spiritually control. In Fallen Kingdom, Avoiding the Mistakes the Leaders of the Prophetic Are Making, Volume 1 and 2, CD Set, I will teach you, the working prophet, how to avoid the coming prophetic judgment. Listen to this Christian woman's experience with the church that caused her harm. Listen closely to this powerful testimony.
It's so funny because when I prayed that day, I went in that closet and I read Jeremiah 11:13. When you cry out with all of your heart, then I hear you. And I fell on my face and God started talking to me and I said, please help me. And then that night I was looking over the Facebook and seeing your page, and you answered that phone immediately.
That's amazing.
But I was praying in Jeremiah 29:11-13.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite Bible verses. But that day, I was so overwhelmed and I was so confused. I just went in that closet and started crying out and praying.
And I knew that you were a woman of God because you said, when I said, woman of God, we need to do a spiritual cleanse, and I need for you to make that $300 donation. You were like, let me go get that credit card.
Because you know what, Master Prophet, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
And I see everybody else getting ahead. And don't get me wrong, I knew God had his hands on me because in the midst of them throwing this crap for over 20 years, God still allowed me to get a home. He still allowed me to get me a new car. He still allowed my credit to come back. He still allowed my son to graduate out of school and be an all right son. You know, I still seen the blessings, but I knew I could do much more. I still did God's work. I still gave people prophetic word and Bible verses and laid hands. I still do all that, but I got so sick from other people coming to me and me praying for them, and it's coming to me, and if I'm not totally cleansed, then that stuff makes me so sick sometimes.
Oh, yes. And
so then I didn't want to do it as much anymore, you know?
Yes. And you see, that's why you came to me, because the advice you're going to get from me is not going to be what they're going to tell you in the church. They just tell you, you know, a woman
of... That's the thing. I went to the church and they seen the light and they seen my gifts. But instead of helping me, they was jealous of me, especially the women.
Oh, yeah.
You're not only got the gift, she's beautiful too, and her heart is beautiful. And I wasn't like them at all.
And you see, that's the first thing I said to you, that you're a beautiful woman. Now, I didn't even know who you was, and I told you that women are going to be jealous. Wasn't that the first prophecy I spoke to you when you called me?
Yeah, that's when I know it was real, because they were so jealous. And one day the lady was looking at me, was in the store, my little 3-year-old grandbaby with my oldest son, 28, and I got to get you to pray for him. That's another story, because I think they really cursed him too, because
Yes.
he was not one of them. So I told my grandbaby, no, the lady said, you are so beautiful. And my little 3-year-old said, I know. I said, yeah, we've been beautiful women. I've been beautiful since I was a baby. And that lady looked at me like I was crazy. But I teach her how to keep her self-esteem up.
That's right. That's right. And when people see that level, not only of beauty, and they see inner beauty, and they see God's calling, you become a threat to everyone around you.
That's what
Why?
happened with my job for 19 years, because I wasn't going along, Prophet, just to get along. When them people was doing them people bad, I wouldn't care about my job. I would stand up for what was right, and they did not like that.
Yes. Oh yes. And that is one of the areas, and that's why I said, come and let's do this cleanse, because the foundation to get you back on track is to cleanse you, get you the process, and then you'll start noticing that we're going to pray for that ringing to go away, for your house to go through modification correctly so the paperwork will be manifested. We're going to pray for your stomach, and then we're going to begin to position you to become a prophetess. I'm going to give you instructions on how to fulfill your destiny, that you will never have to worry about the church ever stopping you again. And I'm going to show you.
I just stopped going to the church.
Yeah.
I mean, because they weren't doing me no good. And not only that, I knew more about the Bible than the people in the church that been there 30 and 40 years.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to show you, mark my words when I tell you this, I'm going to show you how to, and I'm going to help you with a woman's movement that you're going to be amazed, and you're going to say, Master Prophet, why did I not run into you years ago? Why did not these people tell me that I don't need the church to start my ministry, where I can minister to people from all over the world and start my own immediately? And I'm going to help you through that process.
Women, and mostly for battered women, with battered women and low self-esteem.
Oh, yeah. And that's why you called. So that day when you felt that power come over you and God had you contact me, and it's funny because Facebook is not a place where I do, recent advertisement, and you were able to run into me. It had to be God.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to notice that I'm going to put you in your position of power after we cleanse you. We first got to go through the process of cleanse, because I can't help you to get to your position of power until we cleanse you. Once we cleanse you and we get all that witchcraft and we get all those powers broken over your life, then I can say, okay, woman of God, let's put you in your position and let's start moving you toward the things of God. And
well,
you say,
Master Prophet, it's been on me so long.
oh, yeah. But you see, the thing is that what you're struggling with is what millions of women struggle with. No one is wanting to help them.
No. And they really think it's funny and almost like good for her.
Yeah. Oh,
And
she
laughing
deserves
about
it.
and laughing
she
and mocking
deserves
about it.
Yeah. Oh, she thinks she's better than somebody. Oh, she deserves it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And I really don't. I live so simple. I'm the most down-to-earth person you can meet. I give before I even give for myself my last.
Yes.
Even when I don't have and don't know where it's coming from.
Oh, yes. Oh, you're going to see some manifestation. You're going to see some change. And mark my words, you're going to see God, because 2 Chronicles 20:20 says that if you believe in his prophets, you shall prosper. You're going to see on the level of God come over your life after you get cleansed, that you're going to be thankful, and then the release is going to begin to manifest.
Well, I'm hearing this verse in my spirit, and I don't know quite where it comes from, but it says, when you bless a prophet, you get a prophet's reward.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, yes.
Secret number 2, divine money judgment. In Genesis chapter 47, verse 13 to 27, God placed a divine money judgment over the land of Canaan and Egypt and caused a famine to spread throughout the land, where the prophet Jacob, Joseph, and others suffered greatly. This divine judgment fell on the prophets in the Old Testament due to the leaders' greed and the sins they held in their hearts. Now, today's prophetic leaders are experiencing a divine money judgment that is spreading across the land that will also cause famine and lack to enter the church. For many years, the leaders of the prophetic have boasted about their wealth, ungodly possessions that angered the divine as he spoke forth a divine money judgment. Just like the biblical times of Joseph and Jacob, a financial famine is affecting all prophets worldwide to turn away from worshiping the God of money and their worldly possessions to turn their eyes on God and their hearts to serve his people.